Hello, and welcome back to Starfield. We just arrived at the Red Mile, so let's explore.
Don't jinx this step or the Rangers will. Bullshit. You didn't think we'd notice that you tried to slip away without paying your check?
I was just going out for some fresh air. I even told the bartender. You can ask her yourself.
Fresh air, huh? On a planet with no atmosphere.
That's enough, Stalker. Lower your weapon. We don't shoot guests over a misunderstanding. Sir, please return to your table. It's bad practice to leave our establishment without paying your bill first. If you need some fresh air, pay up, go outside, and come back in and start a new check when you're ready.
I'm sorry, but I didn't think it would be a problem.
You were wrong. Dead wrong.
That's enough. I think the gentleman understands. Now let's all go back inside, shall we? And Stalker, you and I are going to talk about this later.
I can't wait.
If you fancy yourself a Red Mile runner, just speak to me. Ah, a new face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar.
Red Mile? Never heard of it.
Never heard of it? Never heard of it? I won't even ask how that's possible. You're in for a treat, then. The Red Mile is the settled system's most exciting sporting event. Brave contestants from all corners of the galaxy come here to try their luck in a deadly race to the finish. Those that survive are celebrated as champions. Those that don't are quickly forgotten. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality.
I want to run the Red Mile.
Apologies, but the Red Mile is currently undergoing some maintenance. Please come back in a little bit and it should be ready to go.
Well, looks like we cannot go to the Red Mile. Is it cut content? Could it be cut content? I don't know. We'll see.
I'm really not in the mood. Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy.
That's right.
Wonderful. Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting.
Look, both of you are here for the same reason. So why don't you drop the tough girl charade and learn to work as a team?
And I'm telling you, I don't have time to babysit rookies.
Don't worry about me. I can handle myself.
I hope so. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting.
Let's go meet your contact.
Follow me.
Okay, hello.
Thinking of running sometime? Talk to May and she'll fill you in.
Sorry, friend. I don't do autographs.
Oh, I can't believe people who participate in blood sports can possibly be considered celebrities or heroes. Oh, in my mind, they're worse than criminals.
Come on, sit.
So you're working with Autumn, huh? Who are you?
I'm Deputy Happy.
Is that so?
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why?
They're trying to take the land from farmers. I want to know why.
Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory.
Competition's good for business. You just need to rise to the challenge.
Well, thanks for the economics lesson, but I think I know my trade. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
I can be very persuasive.
Yeah, well, so can she. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco.
There's no time. I need to know what the first is planning.
All right. It's your call to make. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die.
I want to do the Red Mile, though.
If you think you've got a chance in the Red Mile, talk to me.
Looking for Marco Graziani. I understand you two are acquainted.
That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him? Exactly.
It's finding a mercenary company that's trading farmers.
Yes, this is not unknown to me. His association with the First is troubling, to say the least, and that trouble could find its way here. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile?
Fine, but you better keep to your end of the bargain.
I give you my word, which is something I never do lightly. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from my patrons who will place wagers on your survival.
I'll be definitely coming back alive.
That's what every runner says.
Mission or not, I can't even imagine why you'd take part in such an uncivilized
Important.
activity.
Shut up.
There's always a better way.
There isn't.
Now that we're clear on what's expected of you, are you ready to begin?
Yes. I'm ready.
Good. Come with me and I'll introduce you.
I've got something on my mind.
Go ahead. Start some trouble. Give me an excuse to get reload.
People betting over other people's very survival. Absolutely revolting.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Funny. You don't look crazy.
Attention, please! Valued patrons and honored guests! For one brave soul, the hour of things at hand. Yes! A runner has come to test the Red Mile! Now is your chance to get a good look at our fearless challenger as you contemplate your wages. Do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that if not steely determination? I think you'll agree that we're in for quite a show! The rules are simple. Go through the door and take the elevator down to where the mile begins. Activate the beacon at the base of the tower you'll see in the distance. Once you've done so, return here alive and your run will be complete. Go now, runner, and see if you can survive the mile!
Okay, can I bet on myself?
If you're looking to register, you'll need to speak to Ms. Divine.
Fame and fortune await. Call on me if you...
It's not.
I don't stock up on junk.
Junk? It's money. Yeah, I shouldn't do sneak attacks anymore. I have that skill already. This is not worth it. I'm barely getting any XP. I'll just run. Not gonna lie, these are kinda annoying. They'll stop you mid-air.
you're doing, because I'm not happy we're participating in this barbarism. Not at all.
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear.
That was a cakewalk.
I'm not easily impressed, but you've managed to surprise me. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
Kick back with a drink from the bar and enjoy yourself.
You're back. Are you okay?
Better than ever, it was fun.
And here I was feeling like a nervous wreck the whole time. Guess I had nothing to worry about. Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through okay.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that.
Really were.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Just got me at a bad time. Now let's move on. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
Always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
Well
Thanks
done.
to you.
But don't make chit-chat with patrons.
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly patient.
I'll be heading to Kodos.
Good. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again, it will be here, waiting for you.
Cool.
I had a feeling.
Alright. Set course to Kodos and jump.
Where to next?
Alright, and now we just land. So I got a mod that skips all those landing animation, takeoff animations, all that bullshit, right? So that should be cool. It saves so much time now. Tuna, huh?
You the runner? Boss is in the back.
Well, one thing's certain. Graziani certainly isn't afraid to flaunt his wealth.
This music is gonna put me to sleep.
My word. Some of these pieces on display are incredible. They belong in a museum.
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks.
I've got some questions about the first.
Ah, I see. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal sent a deputy instead of full-fledged ranger.
I'm willing to bet this deputy can handle whatever you intend to throw in our path.
And who might you be?
Sarah. Sarah Morgan.
It's a pleasure to welcome you aboard, Sarah. It's clear you are a woman of refinement as well as beauty.
How about we skip the compliment?
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future, assuming we all keep our heads.
I want details on the first operations, including who hired you.
I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy. You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who'll kill you without hesitation. I'm a businessman. If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return. I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand.
No deals. Tell me what I want to know or face the consequences.
I have a better idea. Instead, I tell you something you don't want to know. But you should. The Council of Governors is a group of greedy and corrupt liars who are using you and the other Rangers to protect their own interests. Do you really think they give a damn about the people of the Freestar Collective?
I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing it to protect innocent people.
Whatever road brought you here, your journey ends today.
Anything valuable?
Sure. Update front info settings, recalibrate, perfect.
What you've got. Switching to a new target. You've got no idea who you're messing with. Look out!
Anything else in his office? Where's the ship controls? I don't think there even has some.
Not another one for me.
Maybe on this side? No, it's not just a fully fledged ship. That makes sense. Let's get out of here.
Oh, come on. Quit playing games.
Ila City it is.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
What do you have?
Whatever you need. I certainly do.
Fiber leaf is not interesting. It's fucking useless.
That bank robbery sounded intense.
New deputy.
It's really an honor to be able to help out.
Hey there, deputy. How goes the hunt for the first?
So far so good.
Good, good. If you ask me, I don't think they stand a chance. You're like an Ashta creeping silently through the high grass, waiting for your chance to pounce, and then boom! Down they'll go. So, did you get any more of those encrypted slates? Because, let me tell you, I am so close.
Of course, don't say you doubted me now.
Who, me? Doubt you? Not a chance, deputy. I knew you were a natural the moment I laid eyes on you.
Come in, deputy. Take a seat.
This won't take long.
Always fond of high-gravity environments. Nothing like performing double the effort to achieve half the efficiency.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, some didn't survive.
That's my fault. I haven't done enough to stop them.
Set those thoughts aside. Right now, I need you to focus. How's your investigation proceeding?
Going well. Once Alex cracks their encryption, we can learn a lot.
That's assuming he finds something useful. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than when you started.
It must be very easy for you to sit back and criticize when we've been doing all of the field work.
I've done my part. Besides, this is Ranger business, so why don't you keep your mouth shut?
Let's move on. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you, and there are some things I want to go over. We'll start with Ranger 𝐒𝐬𝐬 in Hopetown. She was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates. Nia says you came on pretty strong with Ron Hope. Tried to lay down the law with him. Guess I didn't get the point across when I said go easy.
I joined the Rangers to protect people, not egos.
If it's any consolation, I feel the same.
Excuse me. Let's continue. We've got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. He said you took on a syndicate loan shark to help an informant.
The informant's innocent. I had to help.
And you were right to do so. Helping people is our most important duty, even when you're conducting an investigation.
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative.
Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco Graziani.
People out there are suffering. I couldn't let them down.
Sounds like you're starting to understand what it means to be a Freestar Ranger.
Yet you don't.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kindness of his heart.
I had to persuade him, but he wouldn't come quietly.
I suppose underestimating you was his last mistake. Damn. I thought if anyone could see reason, it'd be Marco. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the 1st Cavalry was stronger than most.
She didn't have much time left, so she wanted to end the things on her terms.
I guess I'd want the same thing if I were in her place.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here.
I know, but this is important. I've done it. I've cracked the encryption on the slates. Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to a place called the Factory.
The Factory? That was our nickname for the main facility where the mechs were manufactured.
Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. At least not all of them.
I'll go and check it out.
The facility was on Arcturus 2. It could be a dead end, but if it's not, then you'd better be ready for a fight.
Recycled air.
Weapons hot.
Just isn't the same as the real thing.
There's more ships apparently. But do we have the ship combat done yet? Yes. Alright, let's get the level up. Now we need to destroy 30 ships. Alright then. stupid. Come on now. Please tell me I saved. I forgot if I saved. Great. Game just doesn't care anymore, does it?
Welcome to the Rock.
Oh my god.
Might be hard work, but it sure beats living under the poo.
Hey there, Deputy. Good, good. If you ask me, you're like an Osh. So, who, me? That? Not a chance. I knew you were.
Come in, Deputy. Take a seat. While you've been in the... Unfortunately.
That's terrible.
It's worse. How's your investigation? That's assuming he finds something useful. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than when you started.
Oh my god, this is
It must be
annoying.
very easy for you to sit back and criticize when we've been doing all of the field work.
I've done my part. Besides...
Can't skip
Let's
even.
move on. I asked the other rangers. We'll start. She was great. Nia, sir. Yes, I didn't. If it's any console...
Be safe out there. Let's continue. We've got a... He said you took... And you were right to do... Helping people.
You got results. Price was impressed.
Ranger McMillan. She said you... Sounds like you...
So what happened? I doubt he gave... I suppose under... Damn. What about my... I guess I'd want...
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex.
I know, but this is... I've done it. Now, I don't know exactly...
The factory.
Under the terms of the...
But they didn't destroy... The facility was... It could be...
Okay. So, let me do one thing first. Let me change the difficulty. Because I don't want to deal with that combat. Or again. Let's save. And let's travel.
All crew accounted for. We're ready to depart.
Apparently we already have that skill point. Oh, I don't have the skill point yet, though. That's the issue. Okay, how is that gonna help me? I need repair parts. Cargo hold is full. Of course it is.
All geared up and ready to go.
Need to do stealth attacks with a knife, apparently, for that quest.
This is Paxton Hull, commanding officer of the 1st. Marshal Blake must be getting desperate sending a lone deputy out here. But I'll give credit where it's due. You're a hell of a pilot. If you came here seeking justice, it's waiting for you inside.
I'm not even having fun anymore. Like, what is this? Why do I have so much health?
Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
I'm a man of action. I've got no use for lies. So when I tell you that you're being manipulated, you know I'm telling the truth. You think the Council of Governors really cares about anything but themselves? They're greedy and corrupt. You're a tool in the hands of the unworthy, just like I once was. I was loyal. I followed orders, and I led good men and women to their deaths. I'll carry the stain of that dishonor to my grave.
You should have given up!
You know what? I don't want to deal with this. Fuck it. I just want that extra damage boost we get from that. It should be way more balanced as well. It still takes 3 shots to kill a level 6. What is that? Do I have a shotgun? Okay, that's better. Still in combat? Apparently. There we go.
The 1st Cavalry was the greatest fighting force the Freestar Collective has ever seen. At the Battle of Mira, the 1st Cavalry was destroyed. Why? Because the generals got scared and asked for a truce. I've got no sympathy for cowards, or for the people who put them in power. I've also got no sympathy. That means you.
What the fuck? What's happened?
You picked the wrong day to piss me off.
I hate bullet sponges, so yeah, that's just how the game is now. Okay, a different weapon. Let's go. Try that one. Nope, that's not gonna happen. I'm out of heals, huh? Okay. can't even see them. God, the weapon sway is terrible.
This is gonna end badly for you.
I can't even see them.
I'm hit. Not gonna last much longer. I'm going to end you. You're dead. You hear me? Come on.
You come here seeking justice? Well, what about justice for my soldiers? Minutes away, minutes from winning the battle and the war. When the season...
Do you have any heals? Not really.
Fireworks came down. Now there's a debt of honor and the people who betrayed.
I can't believe the scope of the operation the FC was running here. It's a miracle that the fighting ended at all.
Like, I don't understand here. Why can't you just shoot the glass and take the guns? Why do you need to do all that bullshit? Okay, do I have a better weapon? Something with better hit registration? This one is just bad. Revenant, yeah, I don't have ammo for that, right? I can do this one though, the Grendel.
You've got nothing. Nothing.
For the glory of the first!
Well, I suppose I'm not going to need it anymore.
believe it? You just took on some of the best mercenaries in the Freestar Collective and cut right through them. If we'd have had more like you in the war, we could have planted our flag in New Atlantis.
Want to hurt anyone, but I had to defend myself.
You fought because you had to, and you fought well. Don't apologize for that. More importantly, you survived. Most soldiers don't. I know, because I'm the one who led them to their death. You don't know what it's like to look around and see the faces of warriors who trusted you to lead them as they die screaming. I watched brave men and women torn limb from limb by monsters. I saw mech pilots cooked alive in their cockpits as their machines burned. Those deaths didn't have to be meaningless, but spineless leaders gave up on us even when victory was within our grasp.
Who hired the first to seize farmland? Why?
You really want to know? Because you might not like the answer. Last chance, Deputy. You can walk away right now and remain blissfully ignorant, thinking you fight for a noble cause.
Oh, it's the governors, right?
But if you still want the truth, I'll shatter that illusion for you right now.
I can handle whatever you have to say.
We'll see about that. Not long after I started the First, I was contacted by a man who said he represented someone wealthy and influential. I refused to work for a shadow client, so we agreed to set up a meeting. Imagine my surprise when Ron Hope showed up. He offered me a lucrative contract to take possession of certain farms throughout Freestar space.
And he accepted the contract.
Sure I did. The money was good, but the payback was the real reward. If I could avenge my men, make some credits, and eventually expose a member of the council, well, that, my friend, is my definition of justice.
I'm bringing you in.
Don't bother. I'm gonna make this easy for you, Deputy. I'm gonna die the way I lived. Weapon in hand, no compromise, no fear. But first, here, take this. Use it to cut out the weakness rotting at the heart of the Freestar Collective. When the next war comes, and it will come, the Collective needs to be strong. Now my unit's waiting for me, and I'm gonna report for duty one last time. Goodbye, Deputy.
Find anything useful?
I'll let you rummage through here.
I just realized something. Because I have the mod that increases my space, I could get all the heals in the ship, right? Anyways, let's go back to Hope Town.
Hello.
Hey, Len. Anything but ship parts is gonna stay in my inventory.
Yes?
Ron Hope certainly embodies the saying, a spare
I don't want to hear any complaints.
How the fuck do I get there?
How can I direct you?
That's very generous, Mr. Hope.
It's well earned, Burkett. Can't protect your own. Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with good news?
Oh, I learned something very interesting.
Did you now? Well, don't keep me in suspense.
I'm afraid Paxton Halls has implicated you in a conspiracy against the Freestar Collective.
Oh, the same Paxton Hull who was court-martialed during the Colony War? Well, I've never met the man, and I can't imagine why he'd make an accusation against me.
Hal kept their instructions to use as evidence against you. He knew it'd find him.
I see. I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
What's going on? What is this about, Mr. Hope?
Nothing that concerns you, Burkett. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
I'm sure he had a good reason for doing this. No. Start talking, you traitorous bastard.
I can see you're upset. Allow me to explain. And you'll see that there were very good reasons for what I had to do. The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. Oh, and it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold.
They used unwitting farmers to transform the soil.
Mining is expensive, and so is the cost of raw materials. My mineral-enriching fertilizer solves several problems at once. The farmers provide free manual labor, and once the land is ready, we move in to extract and process the soil.
Use the first to seize the farmland and keep the operation a secret.
I never intended for anyone to be hurt. I told Hull to buy the land, not take it by force. Unfortunately, farmers can be stubborn folk, and I couldn't risk any witnesses.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job. And more. We'll discuss this later. In any case, I suppose the gig is up. I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its rightful owners.
That's not enough.
You're right. Yeah. Those families deserve to be compensated for the inconvenience. Well, perhaps a discount on their next purchase from Hotech. With that resolved, let's talk about you. As a member of the Council of Governors, I'm authorized to award you a substantial bonus. And of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little cost-cutting endeavor.
You're going to turn yourself in. I'll be telling Marshal everything.
Well, let's not be too hasty, Deputy. There's something else you need to consider. I'll do what's necessary to protect my company and my employees. If you tell anyone about this, you're risking their livelihoods. Do you really want to put all these people out of work and make their families suffer?
I don't want anyone to suffer. I want justice.
Justice can be complicated, Deputy. Sometimes the cost of exacting justice is greater than the cost of doing nothing. I'll make myself very plain. I won't let you jeopardize my reputation, this company, or the people who work for me. If that means you suffer an unfortunate incident at the hands of my security personnel, so be it. I'm important. You're nothing.
You're not actually threatening to attack a Freestar Ranger, are you?
For Ripley's sake, no. If you refuse to come quietly, I'll have to use force.
You just threatened a member of the Council of Governors. On my authority, you're stripped of rank, declared an outlaw. Guards! Dispose of this criminal!
See if they've got any weapons or ammo.
He tried to have you killed. I don't understand. Mr. Hope always seemed like such a good person. But everything he said about the farmers and hiring those mercenaries, it was so awful.
He was a greedy bastard who put on a friendly face.
No, you're wrong. That's not all he was. He always looked out for us, for his employees.
It doesn't justify us what he did.
No, of course not. But there was more to him than that. He had a genuinely good side, a caring side. And now he's... You killed him.
I didn't want to kill him.
Nobody should ever want that. Especially when it means killing someone who meant so much to so many people. What happens to us now?
There must be a second in command.
That would be Elana. Elana Nwankwo. She seems pretty capable. Maybe we'll be okay after all. I guess we'll have to figure things out. Find a path forward.
There might be some difficult days ahead, but I wish you good luck.
Yeah. Back to 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐜𝐬.
Free for 200 years, and this city is the best the Collective can come up with?
The services tech is in the heart of the
Ever run into spacers?
Hey, Deputy.
You're back. Good to see you back safe, Deputy. What's the word on the mech factory? Were the mercenaries hiding out there?
It was their hideout, but I took care of them. Guess your guess was right on the money. It was their base.
I take it that they weren't too much trouble for you, given that you're standing here. Did you find out why the First was taking over farms?
Ron Hope hired the First to grab farmland.
What? Ron Hope? That's one hell of an accusation, Deputy.
Are you really that surprised? Hope's always had a reputation as a man who'd do anything to succeed.
He's on the damn council, Emma.
So he can make laws favorable to his business interests. Sure, he's known to look after his people, but do you really think he gives a damn about some farmers on Montara Luna?
Did Hope explain his motives at all?
It supplies the farms with extra mineral fertilizer. It boosted the soil's mineral content but killed the crops.
That has a familiar ring to it.
I recall hearing about some Hope Tech initiative to help farmers. At the time, I just figured it was a PR stunt. Seems a little more sinister now.
Please, tell me you've got some evidence to back up these extraordinary claims.
These are the Hope's instruction to Paxton Hall.
All right, let's see what you've got. Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty damning. Especially this last bit about destroying the slate. And you confronted Hope about this?
He and his men attacked me. He didn't survive the confrontation. I hope he would have turned himself in, but he wouldn't go down without a fight.
Sounds like his pride got the best of him. Damn. This is going to send shockwaves throughout the Freestar Collective. If the people can't trust their leaders, anarchy could follow.
Have a little faith, Daniel. We're not the United Colonies. One bad apple won't spoil the whole damn barrel.
Easy for you to say. You ain't the marshal.
Not yet, but you ain't gonna live forever, old man.
While we've got you here, there's one last piece of business to take care of. Emma, would you please?
With pleasure, Marshal. When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. There's one thing left to do. A simple question. Do you feel ready to wear the badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger?
I've been ready since the start.
In that case, I won't hold you back any longer. Marshal, I approve the deputy for advancement to the rank of Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger Wilcox. In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage, fearless tenacity, and a high regard for the safety of our citizens. By the authority granted to me by the Council of Governors, I hereby promote you to the rank of Ranger. Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. But don't forget the solemn responsibility it represents.
Thanks to my own personal biases against the Freestar Collective, I was skeptical when you originally accepted the appointment. But seeing you in this moment, I have to admit that I am bloody proud of you. Well done.
I'll strive to be worthy of the title.
I know you will, Ranger. Let's hear it for our new Ranger.
Congratulations! A lot of famous.
Star Eagle awarded. As a full ranger, you have been granted your very own Star Eagle class starship, but no registration fee required.
We'll visit 𝐒𝐸𝐽. Popping back a beer, you never know who you'll meet.
And we also go to ranger stuff. And that's garbage.
Got to admit, I'm impressed how fast.
Alright, what do we do? Oh yeah, Londonian. Let's do that.
I'll head to my crew position.
This world is off limits. You were advised to jump to safe harbor immediately.
I've cleared to be here. I'm meeting with Commander 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸.
Let me check my logs. Alright, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
So this is Londonian. I've heard the stories, but I've never seen it with my own eyes.
You! Inside the barriers! Double time! You with the Xeno unit? You're heading to command. Far end of the compound.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser.
Captain Happy, UC Vanguard, you're expecting me.
Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸.
No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other?
Sure, and I'll get your heaviest ordnance, please.
We'll do our best. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
What's the point of this face mask that just has no fucking... What does she even see? Ready when you are.
All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
Meh. Oh, but this looks nice.
Don't go into the city much. Never for long. Too risky.
Thanks for the med packs.
Still clear. Give him one for...
Okay, let's have a look at these new armors. Automatically use the medpack when hit and health is below 25%. Damage when standing still. Seems like a good one, not gonna lie. Okay, helmet.
Can't chat right now.
Okay, guess we have to unlock this one for the weapon if we want it.
I'm hoping there was a good reason that was locked.
I have to pay bounty for it, whatever. It's a cool weapon. I'll have to get used to this power boost back. Let's try this new weapon.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready. Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud. Oh, you're a riot robot.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Shit. They're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the morph controlling them.
Initiating target elimination.
Shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple. Valid signatures. Restore power to the containers.
Jackpot! Get down there and collect as many as you can.
That was a cool one.
That jump looked painful.
Nice work.
Not doing that.
No. Earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I'm not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
Then we've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Steam tunnels, huh? Alright.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. Real marvel. All these leeches. What's keeping you things warm? What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Captain, are you seeing this? Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs.
What? No. It can't be true. Heat leeches are everywhere. They live everywhere. That means terramorphs. Oh my God.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets.
This feels like a pretty major discovery.
Pretty major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up?
Given what we just witnessed, it's certainly plausible.
But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
Kill protocols active.
Percival, Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐬 attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐬. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
I think it means the Lazarus plant was used to trigger an attack in New Atlantis.
Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks.
A bioweapon no one would recognize as one. Oh, that's a terrifying prospect.
Sort of thing that'll keep you up at night. And the sort of thing whoever did this probably didn't expect us to uncover. Makes some sense, actually. 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐬 was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, It couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
I guess it might be possible.
A plant this rare showing up unbidden on 2 different UC planets. I think it's more than just possible that human hands were involved here. But it doesn't answer any of the big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
I've got some ideas, but it's far from responsible to just start hurling accusations.
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way.
Could it be her father that did this?
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
No thanks.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required. And we do that. Ah, Captain. I think I see it. Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored. Back in business. Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available. An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
Oh, come on, really?
Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he?
Never learned this reading minds trick you seem to have mastered.
The recording said it all. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was a
commander in a tough situation.
Wrong. I was a commander. I've been in tough situations, and nothing would ever make me feel that it's justified to sacrifice lives for the sake of keeping a secret.
He decided to sentence his own soldiers to death. What kind of commander is that? But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all, taking the secret to his grave. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared.
Adrian, your father, he's still alive. The UC have been keeping him prisoner.
Now's not the time to joke like that, alright?
Adrian, I want you to listen to me. Your father is alive.
No. That's insane. He died. They executed him. They faked his death? My entire unit, they threw us all to the wolves, but kept him? And now he's what? An advisor? Commanding the fleet in secret? What was so important that they had to keep him alive?
They are using it to track down criminals from the colony war.
Oh, they certainly picked an expert, didn't they?
He's alive. Victus is still alive. I don't care if they're using him to solve world hunger. The man is a criminal. How could the UC do something so foolish?
I guess it makes sense, though, doesn't it? The UC of that era only created me because they were afraid of a world without Victus in command. Why would they get rid of him? As long as I live, I'll never understand the loyalty that old bastard elicited. But wait, if my father's alive and knew about the Lazarus plant, what do you think the chances are he was involved in the attacks?
It's an idea worth discussing further when you're not surrounded by terramorphs.
Good point. Deal with one monster at a time. Let's go get that final sample.
Sarah, I wanted to speak.
When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he?
He was a despicable person.
Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet.
Couldn't agree more.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice.
Taking a bribe to overlook his crimes would have been a horrible thing to do.
Had you taken the money, this would have been a very different conversation. I'm proud of you. It took a lot of integrity to say no to that offer.
I only hope those folks who are going to lose their jobs at Hope Tech will understand.
Some of them will, and some of them won't. Well, I think I've lectured you enough.
Kaiser, try it now!
Situation normal. Unlock successful.
Guys, your sample. It moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
Honestly, I'm not a fan of the pack. I put it back to the Mantis one.
What the hell? Is that the sample? My God, concentrate fire! Shoot! Shoot!
We need to get the sample from that thing. Oh, well then. All we've got.
lighten up. I think you're due for some company.
I'm coming for you.
Come on, I'm shooting you. Why is all the ammo going through him?
Putting out to call in those creatures. I think I can nullify it, but I'm gonna need some help.
It's not working. It's never going to work.
There should be some radar equipment powered up now around the world. You get those online, and I'll relay my signal through there.
What?
You! Put it down! Put down the weapon or we shoot!
Stop! Stop! Don't shoot! We're friendly!
Connection received. Broadcasting signal.
Look, it's working. But the thralls, they're attacking the anomaly. Percival, are you doing this?
That's not me.
What is this, a new surprise? Let's see how quickly it can die.
I'm just nulling out the frequency. No signal online.
We freed them, and they're helping us.
I've still got more capacity. Get to the next dish.
It's working!
One more dish, and I should be able to shut it down completely.
There's one right there! Kill it!
Thralls! They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with 𝐒𝐬𝐬 and we're done.
What the fuck?
Final sample secured.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Oh, it's here. I thought it's on a different planet, my bad.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Sure did. Kaiser's got all the samples in storage.
Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that 𝐒𝐻𝐽victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Look, we learned something, but I can't say anything more, I promised.
Captain, he needs to know. 𝐒𝐻𝐽victus is alive. Which means he could have been involved in the attacks.
Alive? He's 𝐒𝐻𝐵victus? That can't be true, right?
Unfortunately for us all, yes, it's true.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain, Percival and we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But 𝐒𝐻𝐵victus is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know.
Oh, he and I are going to have some words.
Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain. And thank you for dealing with him.
Visiting Londinian
Yes. Back to the new Atlantis.
Hey, can we skip the local chunks this time? Never agrees with my stomach.
Pay my bounty as well.
Any troubles you need to share?
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
Oh, we did. A whole lot more.
Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no?
On a recording of you discussing the use of Terramorphs as a weapon.
Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us.
No more lies. Confess or I turn over what I found.
You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
No better way to show the UC what a deadly weapon they have in the Lazarus plant than to use it.
Not a bad thought. But no, the attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
You just said it took you years to use the plant outside London. You killed them for nothing.
Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found 𝐒𝐲𝐬, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlais, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
Ah, so I'm just like your cleanup crew. You must think you're very clever.
Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlais reprogram 𝐒𝐲𝐬. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
If you're waiting for me to say thank you, we're going to be here a while.
I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlais's role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlais and Orlais alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
You know, I'm not sure I'm going to tell the Cabinet. I hope you've enjoyed this talk, because once I tell the Cabinet, it will probably be your last.
That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate. Though we needn't be enemies, you and I. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here. There are more on the horizon. If you do the right thing.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the 𝐒𝐸𝐿𝑦s are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plans your work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the Cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant?
Victus confessed. He organized the attacks from his cell.
I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why Did he say why he did it?
He said he was trying to fix the damage done to the sun and name, make you and him into heroes.
It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him.
So you're telling us that the attack on New Atlantis was Victus's responsibility? Just like the dooming of Londinian? That's insane.
Sarah!
All that
Harriet!
just to help restore the family name.
You down there?
How did he ever think
Up
that
there?
was going to work?
Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again.
He deserves punishment.
Exactly. Bring justice to everyone he's hurt. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what the cabinet thinks of it all. Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs.
Nothing else on my end. Let's head in there.
And here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Yes, but don't you worry. We have found the culprit.
The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well. Did Reginald Orlais actually commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlais?
Adrian, I think you should tell them.
Well, ma'am, it seems your report is incorrect. Francois Sanan was responsible for the attacks.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now that's quite the accusation your group is leveling. Seeing as Francois Sanan has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
Play emergency recorder snippet.
It just transformed a Terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Victus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Good. The world will be better without Victus in it.
I'm inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian, All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Securing the plant isn't enough. It should be wiped out.
We're already discussing the elimination of one species, Captain. Explain to me why you wish to eliminate another.
Destroying it and asking Freestar Collective to help proves the UC has no ill intentions.
Yes, absolutely. The UC has to be as transparent as possible from now on. Otherwise, we could be risking a second colony war.
That is an idea with some merit to it. Decrease the likelihood of anything like this occurring again, and further relations between our two factions.
Two birds with a single stone. Very well. We'll include the collective in the removal process. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat-Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The 𝐒𝐸𝐿s are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but our group is similarly split. Only the Captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Deploying the 𝐒𝐸𝐿s is the safest route. That's my vote.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
Here's hoping they'll be kept on a short leash.
That, madam, is most certainly the plan.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the Captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say
What about
is,
Sarah?
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. As long as I'm getting paid, I'm happy.
Then I expect you'll be quite pleased. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
$18K? That's not much for saving the fucking world.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
I'm just here to collect whatever it is this Class 1 thing pays.
Luckily, I'm one step ahead of you. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
12K? Glad to see you, so you give credit where credit's due.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
I'm done my duty, Commander. I think I'm going to take some time off from aliens.
Of course. You've earned some R&R. Once you're rested up and ready to head out there again, you come see me.
That would be just repeatable missions, right? Anyways, let's talk to the realty office and get our penthouse unlocked.
Never a better time than right now to settle down and make New Atlantis home. If you're a citizen, of course. Well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion. What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
I'm interested.
Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
Alright. I expected we have to pay for it, but they give us for free, so perfect. Probably much better than the apartment in the well. But before we go, I wanted to do... We have one skill point, right? Yes. So I wanted to get this done. And I feel like the best way to do that would be do the simulator here. Let's see. Vanguard simulator. I hope that works.
Looking to polish those flying skills? Well, the goal remains the same. Defeat as many opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. Defeat 3 tiers of opponents to complete the exam. Good hunting.
targets active.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
Alright, let's just check. We had 2 ships, right?
Targets active.
Still can't check, so if we'll leave...
Shutting down.
Okay, it counts. 3 ships. Perfect. So let me do it here, because this is like the easiest way to get the battles we need. We also get a little bit of XP, not too much, but enough.
Looking to polish those flying skills? Well, the goal remains the same. Defeat as many opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. Defeat 3 tiers of opponents to complete the exam. Good hunting.
New targets active.
You'll have to try harder than that.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active.
Engine failure detected. Target elimination imminent.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
Target defeated. Target defeated.
Nice.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Well done. You've cleared a sufficient number of tiers to complete the exam. You may now exit the simulator, or stay and try your hand at the remaining enemy groups.
New targets active.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached.
Now we should have a lot of ships,
Tier
right?
5.
On this tier. Remember?
New targets active.
Propulsion systems down. You won't defeat us. Target defeated. Repairs required. Engine systems unavailable. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 5 reached. Initiating final tier. Prepare yourself. New targets active.
Target defeated.
Congratulations, pilot. Please exit the simulation.
Cool.
Shutting down.
All right.
What the fuck? Okay.
The clearest lesson I've learned, watching all these flight runs, calm under pressure is rarer than you'd think.
So, what are we on? 18, okay. So one more time and we should have it.
Looking to polish those flying skills? Well, the goal remains the same. Defeat as many opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. Defeat 3 tiers of opponents to complete the exam. Good hunting.
This is probably really the fastest way to get that
New
done.
targets active.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
Wish I could speed it up now.
New targets active.
Target defeated. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
Target defeated. Propulsion systems down.
7 ships left.
Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Well done. You've cleared a sufficient number of tiers to complete the exam. You may now exit the simulator or stay.
Yeah, by the
and
time
try
it starts
your hand
again,
at the
I think
remaining
it's
enemy
better to
groups.
just restart quickly.
Shutting down.
Yeah, this is a bit glitchy, but it loads eventually, so it's fine. Okay, I need 7 more, that means finishing the first.
Looking to polish those flying skills? Well, the goal
Tiers.
remains the same. Defeat as many opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. Defeat 3 tiers of opponents to complete the exam. Good hunting.
Okay, maybe it's better to not leave because he talks at the very start. I mean, we'll still have to do a lot of these to get the better ship.
New targets active.
Is this your first time flying?
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active.
Target defeated. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
defeated. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Well done. You've cleared a sufficient number of tiers to complete the exam. You may now exit the simulator, or stay and try your hand at the remaining enemy groups.
New targets active.
Target defeated.
Okay, one more, and then we can exit again.
Targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5. New targets active.
Target defeated.
Shutting down.
Cool. So how many ships do they want us defeat? Well, actually, no, it's already the last rank. Okay. I thought we have to do one more, but we don't. Cool. We're done. Commerce, maintenance. No, I want to do this one later on. Also wanted to get this one. We're gonna be the stealth. Eh. Fine. We'll get them eventually. Alright, let's go for our new building.
Captain, can I help you?
Movie was epic. Definitely better.
Well, would you look at that? We have a view. Nice. Can I jump down? Should be able to, right? Yeah. There's nothing stopping you from jumping in this game. People complain about loading screens, but it's just like the loading screen is not needed to be there technically. Okay, let's open all the doors. So this is some kind of pantry for the foods items. All right. Then we have a bathroom. And right, laundry room, one bedroom, and the master bedroom, and the master bathroom. Cool. And another balcony. Oh, that's cool. Alright, let's try decorating, if we can. Yeah, the fact that these use requirements like to craft them is just stupid, I feel like. We already have a fridge, so we don't need another one. It's supposed to be on the. I'll just place it here, honestly. And we have monitors, rugs, coffee machines. Yeah, I would do this off stream if I was doing it. Mannequin where I can display all of my super gear, which would probably be in this place, right? I would like have this space. Also the mission board that we need and the self-clearance, bounty clearance. Okay, well, I'll figure it out later on. Let's get out of here. I also wanted to visit the other home we had in the well, which I bought like a fucking 15 hours ago at this point. Wait, shouldn't there be a better entrance to the well?
Welcome to a real life. Well, you've certainly come to...
That's not what I wanted.
May you remain in good health.
Oh.
I'm not very comfortable heading into Mast. But don't worry. I'll try and keep my complaints to a minimum.
As armed parties fought their way through the well and the space.
Oh, that's cool. There's no loading screen for this apartment. This one's just part of the city. You see, but you can only build stuff inside. Makes sense. Alright. What else do we have? May want to route around mile, complete research project, modify items, alright, cargo mission board, sure. Wait for the UT service for UT days, sure, let's do that, I think, why not? This is just a bit of waiting, not too bad. I don't want to wait 24 hours to skip the memorial. We need to quickly do it.
There are always about a million things to do.
Okay. I was worried I missed it. No, we're fine. Oh yeah, this one is glitchy. Fuck. I just travel to the lodge. I don't know why that button doesn't work. We'll talk with Sarah after. I don't want to miss this.
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the
Cora, but where
darkness.
is the...
But it is harder.
Love how Sam and Vlad just don't care.
That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of
There
those.
she is.
And that we owe
Hey
them
Sona.
the courage.
You don't care either? Alright.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words.
Sure. I guess we should say something, but I don't know what. I'll let Bear down. I'll let Constellation down. I'm sorry. I could have saved him. I should be the one who's gone, not him. If he was here, he would tell us to keep going, to never stop. And I'll do everything I can to honor his memory.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
No, I'm not speaking with everyone. Fuck that. I'll speak with Sarah though, because she's annoying.
Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud.
Nothing had to be done. Those creatures were dangerous.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency it deserved. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terramorphs with the experimental microbe, instead of choosing this ridiculous 𝐒𝐸𝐿𝐸 solution. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a risky choice you've made.
The experimental microbe would have been even greater risk.
I beg to differ with you. Deploying the 𝐒𝐸𝐿𝐸 solution is going to take years, perhaps even decades. The microbe would have cut that time drastically.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't know if I'm convinced.
I'm sorry to hear that, but what's done is done. The 𝐒𝐸𝐚𝐥𝐬 method has been deployed, so we'll have to wait and see if it's effective. Thankfully, the eradication of the Lazarus plant gives the 𝐒𝐸𝐚𝐥𝐬s a bit more time to do their job.
Feel as I thought I've let you down, Sarah.
You haven't let me down. You've simply given me cause for concern. I'll tell you what. Let's put this past us, shall we? I'm sure everything will work out in the end. I'm sorry if I've hurt you in any way. I wouldn't want anything like this to come between us.
Alright, we need to go back to the spaceport. Okay, it's just 21 light year grav jump, of course. Not important right now. I want to get my Abyss tracker. The ship that I paid for like 25 hours ago.
Hey, what can I do? We're asking everyone to take... Okay, no problem.
Razor leaf. That's the cool one, yeah. Then we have the starting frontier, then we got the shuttle we got. Abyss tracker, of course, and Star Eagle is the one we got for free. Oh, there's even more powers than that, but... It is a really large capacity, the Star Eagle. Cool. I don't care though, I want this one. Oh, I can upgrade ship apparently. How do I do that? Okay. What do I do? Ah, that's how I do it. Okay. So weapon 0. We currently have DBO 300. We have this one. Right? No. Yes, we do. DBO 300 Alpha Beam. That's it. Okay. We already have good weapons, I think. I don't think we can do much. Make it my home ship, of course. That finishes that thing. Done. Ship builder. Light check. Reduce the mass or add engines to improve mobility. Can I copy the whole left part and put it to the right as well? Be cool. I don't like unsymmetrical ships. Options. How do I copy? Oh, you need all of these to do the same shit. Okay, that's too much hassle.
Encrusted tanks, hence the new scanning protocols. On our watch, no heat leach enters this city. Understood?
Look at my ship.
All right, let's get at it then.
Do be looking nice. Let's board it for the first time.
Time to move on.
Why does this not connect to the other side? I see.
How have you been?
What are you doing here, Len? This is confusing, this ship. We got it. Alright. That's my ship. Terrible view, but it should be good. In that case, I'm gonna end it here. Let me do a quick save. And next time we can continue with the final glimpses, finish the game, and then we can focus on the side quests, or who knows, we'll see. Either way, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.